Dear Melissa, our company just went through layoffs and my team shrunk by 40%. But leadership still expects us to deliver the same roadmap because they think AI can make us faster. I'm struggling with how to communicate what's actually possible without seeming like I'm making excuses. How do you reset expectations and build roadmaps when resources get slashed? This is a little crazy because if you don't already have an AI capability that is making you 40% faster, it's hard to let go of 40% of the people thinking that you might get there. So, one, it sounds like they did this a little bit prematurely and maybe it wasn't fully baked out. And it wouldn't be the first company that I heard of that has done this. And a lot of them are walking it back now. I think Klarna was one of the examples where they laid a lot of people off and they're hiring them back. When you come into the argument here, there's two folds. One is about capacity planning. So you need to explain that when we created the original roadmap, we had a certain capacity based on the team side and we planned it for that. Now we have a different capacity, which means that we can't take all of this on. And you have to present them with trade offs. We could do this or we could do that. And this is going to how far we can get towards our goals, or this is how far we can get towards our goals if we do the other one. But that's where you just matter of factly say, this was planned at a capacity with our team. We no longer have that capacity. Now, when they push back and they say, oh, but you can use AI, if you don't have that capability already built in and it's not making you faster, it hasn't actually increased the efficiency, there is this huge learning curve that's going to take place where you're actually figuring out what the tools can do, how much it can actually increase your capacity or allowable time, right, to be able to do this, and what kind of efficiency gains you can get. Either way, you're not going to be able to deliver that same roadmap if you don't have that capability already there. So you have to walk back and show them what's realistic. You need time and space to figure out how AI might help you become more efficient. And that's not to guarantee that it will make you 40% more efficient, right? It's going to give you some kind of lift, but a lot of teams are not seeing that these crazy outlandish ideas are really coming through with how much we can actually save with time with AI. So we want to be strategic about what AI capabilities we actually enable that will make us efficient. We want to explain that we have to get up to speed and explore that. And we will come back to you with an understanding and with a plan on how it's going to make us more efficient. But at the same rate, we can't deliver this roadmap the same way that we did. Now we need to build in the time for planning and for understanding these AI capabilities and seeing if they can make us faster. Do you want us to do that first, or do you want to do roadmap planning first? Either way, if they just say do it all, like that's not an answer. So you have to show them that it's a trade off. You can pick this or this, or if we just keep working in a linear fashion and we don't make these trade offs, you're just not going to get what you want at the end of the day. And that's the sad reality of it. At the end of the day, you can hope and pray that everybody can deliver on all the things that we want them to deliver on, but that's never the case. So it's, do you want to be disappointed now, or do you want to be disappointed later when you thought we were going to deliver it, even though we warned you we weren't, and you're just going to be upset when we get there at the end of the year and everything is not delivered? Or we plan for it now and we make sure we make the most strategic bets and really make sure that the most important things get done and we pull them forward if we have to, so we can make those trade-offs now. That's the way that you're really going to want to present it. And then you're going to want to add into that roadmap that time to understand how AI can make us faster. That should have really been done before the layoffs. And I hope a little bit of it was, but if it wasn't, now's the time that you got to put it in there too. So I do not envy you this conversation that you have to have, but that's the one that we have to go forward for because we have to be realistic. And that's what you have to remind them of. I can lie to you and say we're going to do this all, and you're just going to be disappointed at the end of the year. The reality here is that we can't do it all. So let's make sure the most important things we can do happen now. And let's make those trade off conversations and have that conversation today instead of in a year when we're all upset and we didn't get the most important things out. So I hope that helps and good luck with that conversation.